Well, hello and welcome to the Christian YouTuber. I am Matthew Corey, the Christian YouTuber, also ex-Satanist, ex-Irish mobster, saved by grace. And now I'm a Christian author, and you can find all my books on Amazon.com. Just search Matthew Corey in Amazon.com, and they'll come up. And you can find my book, From Hell to Heaven, at Walmart.com, about how I was an Irish mobster and Satanist who came to Christ. And I'll put a link in the description of that and some of my other books as well. It's a really good read, and I think you'll like it. But yeah, today I wanted to talk about when God calls you to surrender. When God calls you to surrender things in your life that you know you haven't surrendered and that you know you need to surrender in your life. He's been working with me on that lately a lot, and that's one of the reasons I'm back doing this channel and doing it full time again, is because God's really been working on me in my personal life and just getting my priorities straight. And we're going to look at a few verses and see what they have to say about surrender to God. And I'm going to read these off my notes on my phone. And the first verse is Proverbs 3:5-6. Trust in the Lord with all thine heart, and lean not unto thine own understanding. In all thy ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct thy paths. So, it's interesting because when we really trust in the Lord with all of our heart, lean not unto our own understanding, but we trust God with everything in our lives, our finances, our families, every area of our lives, who we marry, all these things matter to God, and we need to trust him and surrender all these areas of our lives to God, and he'll direct us in the path that we're supposed to go and the way that we're supposed to go, and we won't have to worry about it. He will show us exactly what needs to be done, when it needs to be done, and how we need to do it. And so it's very important for us to trust in the Lord in every area of our lives, and to look to him and see what his answers are for what we need to be doing in each and every area of our life. Let's look at the next verse and see what it has to say. And the next verse is Romans 6:13. Neither yield ye your members as instruments of unrighteousness unto sin, but yield yourselves unto God as those that are alive from the dead, and your members as instruments of righteousness unto God. So, the other thing we're supposed to do is we're supposed to yield every member of our body to God. We're supposed to yield our whole body to God, and everything all that we are, every area of our life, and we're supposed to yield our eyes, our mind, all of these different areas, our heart, to God and to his purposes and to what he really wants for us, and to seek him out, and it's so important to seek him in everything, to ask him about even the smallest things, because God cares about each and everything, every area. He cares about all of our lives, and what we do in every area. So we need to just focus on yielding all of our members, as the scripture says, to the Lord. Let's look at the last verse and see what it has to say. And the last verse of scripture is Luke 9:23. And he said to them all, if any man will come after me, let him deny himself and take up his cross daily and follow me. So that is a big commandment of the Lord, is for us to follow him daily, take up our cross daily and follow him. And it requires sacrifice. And God doesn't always give us the answers that we want, in what he wants us to do with our lives. He's called me to evangelism and to be an author, a Christian author, and he may have called you to something different. He may have called you to be a school teacher, or to be a government official, or to be maybe someone working in a shop somewhere, or a gas station. But you know what? What matters to God is that we are yielding everything to Him, all areas of our lives, and everything that we do. We're just doing His will and what He wants us to do with our lives, not sitting there going about our lives in our own wisdom, in our own using man's wisdom, but using God's wisdom. So that will be my encouragement to you today, really, is just to look at all areas of your life and submit and surrender every area to the Lord and ask Him, is there any area I haven't submitted, Lord? And thank you so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe to the channel if you could. I'd really appreciate it. It really helps the ministry here, my writing ministry. And thank you so much if you have subscribed. And I will see you next time with more answers from the Bible and words from the Lord and Christian encouragement on the Christian YouTuber.